welcome. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Yes, awesome. So, welcome to microbiology. Did I say microbiology? It's so automatic for me. Micro-astrology. So just to give you a heads up, so my name is Jose. Welcome to my channel for those who haven't been here. But what I do is I tend to do a lot of research on many things, and one of them is astrology. And particularly, I work particularly with asteroids, and that's why I call it microastrology. Going to the deep depths and details and specifications of how asteroids play a role in astrology. I do have like this 460-page, basically like my cheat sheet that I work with. I don't like memorizing things. I'm like, screw that. I don't do that stuff. But the point of it is to make sure I go deeper into the actual things that sometimes they don't show in other charts with basic astrology. So, and just a kind of disclaimer, I am not a certified astrologer. I've yet to be, although I am a certified teacher. So I'm here to actually help you and guide you through some of the things that I discovered myself, because I was looking at the other day, wondering, when you talk to someone, sometimes they don't talk to you or anything, there's a delay. I mean, for me in my chart, I was born with Saturn conjunct Jupiter in my third house. I'll show you what it looks like. Actually, I won't show you what it looks like. I'll show you the the file that I have on several asteroids that work with specifically some things like delays and delays and cessations, meaning like things that stop. So the first one we're going to go through is stopping. So Mnemosyne. So Mnemosyne, as I go through this chart here, so Mnemosyne was about memory. She was the goddess of memory. She was the goddess of commemoration, memory itself, like the brain. But if you look at the mythology behind it, she had, the reason there was like stopping is because of things that, something about evolution, unforgotten. Hold on one second here. We call visions, unforgotten. Yeah, so stopping of life, basically. It's like, meaning like when things have ended, it kind of becomes memory. That's part of the mythology. Why did I put cessation here? Stopping to think. It's really about the stopping to think and process and allow. So she's about commemoration. When you're commemoration, well, it's not commemoration itself, but like pausing to actually process things. That's part of what she does as well. And I noticed it, I was just like, okay, well, that applies to my third house. Right now it's transiting my third house. But I'm going to show it to you guys. Let's see here. Okay, so this was the transit for 2 days ago. But this is going to be filmed on October 24. You see there, right there, transiting my third house. Okay, this is the third house right here. Number 3. So as you can see, I work with a lot of asteroids, right? So there's Kleopatra there, Lancelot, Mnemosyne, and Lameia. So Mnemosyne is one of those things. Another one I discovered was Lancelot himself. So Lancelot was, mythology was the legendary like savior of. I think he was saving the Lady of the Lake. He had a relationship with her. But he's in his search for being the hero. He's all about heroism, wanting to be hero, wanting to save others, wanting to kind of basically prove himself. So a lot of his stuff is rooted in delays. So his is about delays, according to my notes here. Yeah, so his is delays, and what that means is that he's because there was the story about his lover or Lady of the Lake or somebody else. I think it was Lancelot or no, Lady of Blackwater. There was sort of like, instead of I believe there was a part of the story where he had to come back to her, but she left him, and she had to explain it to him. That's like something about purpose. Right, I don't know the exact details of it. It's right here. So a lot of times when I take notes on it, I just go straight to the point, using what notes I get from the mythology or the legend, and that's the way it works for me. So I trust that the information I get from the myth applies to real life, and it does apply at least most of the time. So that's for me, that works. Lameia, or is it Lameia? I'm going to go first through. Who am I going through here first? Well, Cleopatra she's also about lack of intimacy. So Cleopatra isn't about stopping, but she's a lack of intimacy because her father wasn't there. Like she was there, and she didn't have a mother figure, or her mother wasn't there, and there was this sort of competition between she and her brother. And so she kind of wanted to prove to herself to the world by being kind of like hard on herself, by being ambitious. She's also about ambition. So a lot of it kind of blocked her intimacy. That's her story. She kind of lacks intimacy. Being in my third house transiting means that people aren't really connecting. And that's, it happens. I'm used to the Saturn in my third house. Yes, it's Saturn as well as there. Loki is also part of this as well. In my chart, I have that. So that's the whole lack of intimacy as well. Very judgmental kind of analysis. And Perdix is very, like that, is very technical, as you can see here. But ones that I've noticed that are transiting more now, where it's like I've had communication with people, and there's a sort of delay that's been happening, especially like even close people. There's this delay happening. So it's going to be here for a while. That's how it is. So yeah, so Cleopatra is one of those. The last one is Lameia. Lameia is a dark asteroid. Lameia is basically like the succubus. Because what happened in the myth is that she lost her child, and she was really heartbroken. She was grief stricken, basically. So she was completely she fought that. She was in resistance to that. So what she did was she started eventually, I think there was something about her power or something like that. But anyways, she ended up stealing babies or eating them. Sorry to say this, but alright, so she tries to compensate for the lack she had because she lost, right? So it's that energy of the loss of that. When you lose your child, it's devastating. So it's understandable. So Lameia is one of those things. There's more representations of these asteroids in astrology, but yeah, these are the ones that are transiting my chart. It's showing that there's a need for this delay because it is a conjunction. All 4 planets, or at least 3 of them, Cleopatra, Lancelot, and Mnemosyne, are more in closer conjunction than Lameia. Either way, they're transiting my third house, and Lameia is actually conjunct. It's a transiting conjunct to my Antigone and Pluto, and there's more here than that. Actually, yeah, there's other asteroids there. So there you go. So if you ever want to use those planets, those asteroids, look up the mythology and do a bit of the research, and you'll see based on the mythology, that planet, what that information based on the mythology represents for you. So I hope that gives you guys some information on how to use some of the asteroids. Let me know in the comments below what you think. If there's more, there's lots and lots and lots and lots and millions, like literally lots of things to work through. So I continuously work through this, and I still, I love experimenting. That's what I'm doing. So again, thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye.